I'm not going to
Let's
cut
go. Let's go. Let's go. We're not cutting nothing out. Okay.
that. Okay.
I'm going to start my introduction now. Let's go. Footballers, how you doing? Welcome to the platform. We are here with Jenny Feldy. She's a health counselor from New York. She invited us into her home, into her kitchen, into her garden, and she's going to just explain to us the importance of holistic nutrition. You know, why it's important for not just footballers, but for all of us with our life and how to make it a lifestyle. She's going to give us tips and recipes today on how to accomplish all of this and just work on it day by day. So I'm going to turn it over to Jenny and let her do her thing. Yeah, spray away.
So I just sprayed a mixture, which is a bug spray, but I call it the go away bug spray because it keeps the bugs away, people near you. You could do this at home. You can make your own, or you can get some from me. Just a lot of mint. This is a very minty one, lemon. So mint, we're going to talk about today. If you feel tired, I feel pretty tired, been very busy running around. Actually, just smelling mint can wake you up. Peppermint, spearmint, it's very enlivening. So just sprayed a little bit of that. And I'm going to show you guys the garden in the back, which has mint, which is one of the easiest things that you can grow if you've never grown a garden before, even if you have, but I'm not an expert gardener. Mint seeds, it grows, it'll come up the following year. This all came up from last year or the year before. They're perennials, and mint has a lot of benefits. I can go on and on about mint for hours, but mint, if you're worried about getting sick, you feel like you're coming down with something, I feel a run down today. You can have some mint water, you can blend up some mint. So, Gerard, do you use mint at all?
I do. And I was just going to tell you too, before this, you'd be so proud of me. I brushed and flossed and used mouthwash right before this interview. And I wanted you to touch base after the spray on that topic, because I feel it's important too with health and just overall health in general. And some people don't know about, flossing and brushing, and that's where I was talked to you before about it, and because of you made me step my game up. Like seriously, I was like, man, I'm slacking. She's really on it. She's like on the same level. I got to get up there, it's on a different level. So that's awesome. Well, Jenny, mint here grows. It's crazy because in the Midwest, you can be in a little neighborhood and every house has like a mint bush growing out the side of the house.
What?
It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. Out here, you see mint. Especially I'm on the Illinois side, but go across the river on the Iowa side. I grew up on the Iowa side, and I swear the couple houses we grew up in always had mint like growing out the side of the house. So it's easy. It looks easy, it's there on the side of the house. I love mint. I actually make tea and throw some mint leaves in there. Tastes amazing. Tastes amazing. And so like those are the things like mint and other herbs that we definitely want to get the young footballers trying, because I feel like every time I take my niece out somewhere and we try something healthy, she's all for it. She's game. But if they're not getting that on a regular basis, they're kind of, not being introduced to it till they're later on in their teen years. And then you see them, they don't want to eat and try any of that stuff,
That's
so
true. Yeah, that's
or
true.
if we influence them the right way and show them how easy it is. Like I know as soon as soon as they watch this, I know they're probably going to go grow mint right away. I know they're going to love this video. It's awesome.
And it's really good to get started early. So you see, I'm 36, 37 September. A lot of the people that I deal with that are a little older than me, it's very hard for them to make changes. So if you're not 40 yet, if you're not even in your 30s, it's perfect. If you're still in your teens or 20s, start doing healthy things. It doesn't have to be an overwhelming thing. It should be gradual changes. You could try something new every week, just once a week, try something new. Oh, I'm going to try mint, or I'm going to try garlic, and mint's an easy thing to grow. So I'm going to try to switch devices and go into the backyard to show you this mint. So hold on a second.
Yeah, take your time, Jenny. We're here.
Let's see. Okay. So
You're a pro at it. You're a pro at it.
Do you see me?
Yeah, I'm so glad you hosted. I would have never been able to figure this out.
I've never hosted and done two devices. This is totally new because we got the computer.
I'm gonna log out of this one.
Oh, actually, I don't think I can. All right. We're gonna try.
I had my computer up too, and it was echoing. So I'm glad I shut my computer off. I tuned it
let's
down
see
for you.
this. Okay. Can you see me okay?
Yeah, we can see you perfect.
Oh, okay. So this is
Great
new. All
reception.
right. All right. So we have 2 devices going right now. All right. So this is
Awesome.
garden. I'm not an expert gardener, and I'm saying this because if you're not an expert, you don't have to be an expert to grow mint. It's very easy. It's very easy. You'll get so many benefits. Digestion. So right here, hopefully there's no snakes in
Wow.
here. I
That's
hope.
cool.
Because
Yeah.
this is grown. I've let this go. I've been busy. I haven't weeded any of this. But
No,
see all
but that's the
this?
cool thing. It grows in a bush though, so you can have it growing in a section in
Right.
your yard. That's awesome.
Yeah. So basically, you could just have this right here, popped up from last year. Tons, tons. I can lay down, and my whole body will be covered by all this mint. That's how much mint is growing, and I didn't
Yeah.
do anything. So you could do it too. So
That's
maybe we'll stay
amazing.
outside here since it's pretty. So the benefits of mint, we got digestive properties, right? So it's very important if you're going to play sports or do public speaking. I'm a comedian too. I'm talking, or right now I'm teaching. I got to be clear. So to have a clear mind or quick thinking mind, you got to have a gut that's moving. You got to have your colon moving. So one way to move your colon and to have a bowel movement, not be constipated, drink mint. You can blend up mint. You can put it in water. You can drink it up, and then you're going to have your bowel moving. Because if you're not going to the bathroom, you might be a little bit mentally or physically slow on the field.
Exactly. And I always hear that too with like some diets and everything like that. Or even some when people have illnesses, it is important, like the main thing, your gut, everything in your
Yes,
gut to take care of it. And like I said, some of our footballers are 9, 10, 11, high schoolers watching this. So like you said, day by day, just take it slow. And you're young now. By the time, you're older and you want to create some, that'll be a way of life now, for you. So that's great.
definitely.
That's great. Definitely. And that's important. The gut, the inside of your body is important. You have to make sure that is, um, clear, clean. And just like Jenny's, explaining for sure.
And let's say you're not into football. I mean, this is really for athletes today, but let's say you don't care about athletics and you care about
Yeah.
having a really strong mind. You're really just into the mind, or you're a writer. Mint is good too because it gets your colon moving, and whatever you do to your gut, you do to your mind. So if your gut is stagnant, it's not moving, chances are your thoughts might feel a little slow too. So I heard this maybe over 10 years ago, probably more. And I've been paying attention. I'm like, wow, yeah, when things aren't moving in my gut, I'm slow. It's really
Yeah.
interesting. So
Yeah.
drinking a lot of water.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry
drinking a
about
lot of water is
that.
good. You could just add mint. You could blend a little mint to this. And I'm going to show how to make the mint ice cubes, which I have videos on that. But you can make mint ice cubes, and then you always have mint for like a month or two. So there's a way you could do that too.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
So we got the digestion part. It's good for eye health. This one I just heard that if your eyes are dry, mint can help. It seems to be true because I just had mint before we started and my eyes were bothering me. Now they're not. So I don't know about that one. That's a new one. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a diuretic. Oh, here's a little trick. If you're going to have mint, this happened to me a long time ago. I was sleeping at my boyfriend's house and not the greatest. If you put mint oil in water, I did that. I made that mistake right before bed. You might be peeing for a long time. It's a diuretic. So I
Oh,
wouldn't have
wow.
tons of mint right before you go to bed. That didn't work well for me. I think I got up 15 times.
Wow. Yeah, we don't want that for
So
sure. Yeah,
yeah, and
definitely.
you'll stay awake and you need to sleep. Sleep is
Yeah.
also a foundation to help. So dandelion and mint before bed, don't do it.
Dandelion.
Yeah, dandelion
Definitely.
and mint, very good. They're cleansers, but you don't want to do it within 3 hours or 4 hours of bed. You'll be in
Yeah,
trouble. Been there, done that.
definitely. So what are there any other herbs like the mint? You said you made there was a recipe you told me about mint cubes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So so if I'm taking stuff from my garden and pick them, how long does it last? Like just sitting there, you can use it. Can you let it hang out there? Or can you put it
No.
inside your house? Can you
Okay,
grow it
that's
on
good.
the show?
So mint, once you have it, what do you do with it? So once it's growing, as soon as you pull something out of the ground, it starts to deteriorate really fast. I know
Okay.
because I hear things, but I'm someone that likes to experiment, see things for myself. So I picked lettuce the other day. I picked mint. I left it out for a day. it was like melted in the sun. That's not going to work. So, but you can pick it and then it'll stay in the refrigerator for like 1 to 3 days, maybe 4. I would say one day it starts to automatically wilt. So I would just take it out, or wherever you get it, wash it, use it within a day or 2 or 3, or put it in the freezer, or you can dehydrate it, or this is what I do. You can put it in the blender with just a little bit of water. So you put in just enough water just to get it going. And I don't know why I'm showing you this, not a blender, but you're gonna blend it up. You're gonna blend it up with as little water as you can, and then you're gonna take that mixture and pour it into ice cube trays. And then you have ice cubes that are just mint and water. You take a little ice cube, boom, put it in here. So now I must have 60 mint ice cubes. I made mint and lemon, blend it up. I wake up in the morning, I gotta go, I gotta leave in 15 minutes, boom, pop it in. You go play soccer, you go play tennis, you go see your friend, you feel good, and it helps to wake you up and get things moving, which you want to do in the morning.
Exactly. Have that energy to go. Cause I mean, a lot of us
Yeah.
have schedules in school, kids in school. I
Mhm.
remember growing up when I was a kid in school, there was times where I was falling asleep in class, and that's gotta be important. School's important. So we got to stay awake. We got to stay energized and
Mhm.
make it through the trainings as well. And I've
Yeah.
been following for years on Facebook, and I notice all the recipes you make. So you focus on the gut, all the
Yep.
cool recipes. And sometimes I'm the same way. You ever notice something you like? Some people decorate the plates real fancy and expect it to be real good, but then you mix a bowl of like a bunch of vegetables. It doesn't look the best, but when you eat
No.
it, it's awesome. Like
Yeah,
it's
my food
amazing,
is ugly.
Yeah.
Ugly.
So I always see like the cabbage. Can you give us some ideas and examples of like, say, not even just for footballers, because I'm going to have all types of people in this, in this platform here watching.
Mhm.
What are some good options, vegetable wise that we can put together, say in a little crock pot or something, and get it rolling? That'll just be there on hand, and we can make in a bowl and get our day
Okay.
going, or anytime eating, it's good for our stomach
Sure.
to kind of clear us out.
Okay, sure. I mean, any vegetable you like, really. That's really the answer. I do like cabbage in the winter. You know, the diet is much different in the summer to the winter because, we have different things growing. So I'll show you. I just had this. I had this dropped off. I'm stuck. I'm stuck to my chair. I had this dropped off from a family friend. We do a little bartering with someone who has a local farm. See that?
Wow, that's a nice harvest right there. Cool. That's nice. Is that kale in the middle right there?
This is Swiss chard.
Swiss chard. Okay.
Right here.
I was
Hold
like, wow,
on
that's a
one.
nice
I
kale.
think I'm gonna have to switch to the computer. Hold on.
You're good.
So remember, we're doing 2 devices. These are the mint and lemon cubes.
Oh, there we go. Those look those look good.
So
You just get a regular ice cube tray, right? Regular ice cube tray, get it going.
yup. Let me get out of this one. Boom, boom.
Okay. Okay. Now we don't have the echo because I'm on one. We're back to one device.
Yeah.
We're back inside. Okay. So yeah. So once you have those cubes, you put them in a bag, you pull one out of the bag, and then you have it anytime. So okay. So a recipe, what I like to do is I'll take a pan. I'll usually take some onions, some type of onions, shallots, onion sprouts, garlic sprouts. I'll saute them till they're pearled, just a little bit clear. And then after they're a little clear, sometimes I'll add meat, rarely, and then I'll let the meat cook mostly. Or I skip the meat and I just chop up like that Swiss chard, or I chop up Swiss chard or kale or cabbage or all 3. And then I put it in the pan. You could just do that. You could just do onions and cabbage, or onions and cabbage and Swiss chard, and then you add spices. So to not be too hard to follow, I have a video. We could link to this. I have a couple of videos showing how, because I get very specific, but it's very simply put. The onions and the leafy greens work well, and you always want to have a fat. So think of it like this. You want something fatty, salty, sweet. Fatty, salty, sweet. That's how you make your food addictive. And that's what the companies do to get us addicted and to trigger our brain. So we get addicted and the flavor centers light up. Some people call it flavor centers, which could also be opiate pathways. But simply put, you're triggering that excitement in the brain, but with different flavors. So I like to add lots of spices and sauces and a fat source, a salty, and a sweet. So a fat source could be coconut oil or butter. my top one. Some people use avocado oil. Salty could be a Bragg's aminos. Some people use soy sauce. Um, Even rice vinegar is a little bit salty. Rice vinegar is also on the sweet side. So I
Yeah.
like cooking with like Asian spices and Indian spices. You go to an Asian
Yeah,
store.
same.
Yeah. I have a
They just
whole
bring out so much flavor, to the whole meal.
we
That's
could
what I was going to ask too. Like if people don't really like, they have that taste for vegetables, like
Mhm.
seasonings, like you said, spices, all natural spices used inside. Definitely.
Yeah, like kids, little kids can be tough. And then also adults that are set in their ways can be tough. They say, I don't like vegetables. I hear that all the time. But maybe they like Indian food or Asian, Thai, Japanese, Chinese. If they do, find out what dishes you like. And you can even go to the store and get the sauce. You could even go to the restaurant. I've done that and be like, hey, can I buy a container of your green curry sauce? And just take the green curry sauce, put it over frozen vegetables or put it over sauteed vegetables if you don't want to make your own. I used to do that when I was younger.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good way to learn. And like I said, like my niece is always for it. Like I use her as an example because I'm around her a lot. But
Right?
you know, you get around some kids that don't like vegetables, but they've just never really dabbled into it. They just never
Right.
really had it, brought to them. So every time, like I said, we go out, she's all for it. So, you know, saying all this with the food and the meals, and maybe later on we'll get you on cooking a meal or something sometime for everyone and kind of show, or I'll share a video that I've seen you cook before inside the platform so everybody can see kind of like the idea of what it looks like in the process, stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I have a bunch of some are easy to follow, some are a little janky, but it's pretty much right to the point of what you need to do because I'm all about getting in the kitchen, getting out because we have lives and interests, and part of health is to have interest and do things that are fulfilling. And if we stay in the kitchen and meal prep all day, it's too much. So I always recommend 1 or 2 days a week, set aside 3 hours once or twice a week. It is a commitment. That is 3 to 6 hours a week, but most people spend that much time going out to dinner anyway. So you might as well do it yourself, save money, get good nutrition, and really fuel yourself with the right things.
Exactly, most definitely. um Another thing, let's see here. Back to the brushing and flossing, because
Ah,
I want to touch base. I don't want to get crazy into it and go into a whole dental thing, but
we can bring my dad here.
yeah,
Got a
exactly.
real
I mean,
dentist on
eventually,
board.
but I as kids too, watching this video and not thinking, because as a kid, maybe sometimes they miss a couple days or a few days, but then those could lead into years, or
Sure.
months.
Right.
And there are, besides having bad breath, there are health benefits, like health
Oh,
risks. Am I
yes.
right?
Yes.
You don't floss.
Cardiovascular.
Tell us more about that,
Okay.
if you
So
can.
here's the scary part. We're gonna scare you first before telling you what to do.
Yeah,
Okay, scary
but it's
part.
the truth. It's all truth.
There's been countless sources that link your cardiovascular health to your mouth health, which is crazy. But the whole body's connected, which is why you can't just treat things or treat your ear, your ears, your nose, your eyes, still connected. So yes, you could possibly pollute your cardiovascular health by having poor dental health for sure. Um, Even your mental health, that's another one that people go back and forth on. If your teeth aren't doing well, then possibly your brain's not going well. And there are even thoughts that each tooth corresponds to different parts of the body. So your teeth health is very important. And also it's very expensive. It's very expensive to replace or fix a tooth that's damaged. So it's better off just don't damage a tooth in the first place. Keep as perfect hygiene as you possibly can. Because even me, I try so hard to keep perfect health and perfect dental health. I've had cavities. I'm not perfect, and I try. And it's inevitable. You have one set of teeth and you got to just keep them. It's like having a car. Think of it like this. You got one car the rest of your life. So if you
Yeah.
pollute that car and put the wrong things in it and don't take care of it, that's it. You're not getting another one.
Yeah, and it's good for you. You had your father growing up, guiding you with
Right.
that, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's important because you have that support doing that, and now you're teaching it to others, and that's what kind of got me, you know, interested in all your videos and following you, because like there's some people that learn stuff but don't really teach it, and you have a passion for like at least getting on Facebook and showing us how you rinse your teeth off with your device you had.
I
That
love
was
it.
cool. And I'm like, wow, okay,
Yeah.
so she's taking the time to teach us this stuff. This is awesome. This is the things we need more of. You know, we need the health. We need more of this. So I preach it. I don't know if anybody's listening. I hope everybody's listening to what we have to say. Just we're trying to better you guys,
And we're
and
trying
just
to,
keep
teach
your
you.
health on on par.
It's
Definitely.
better to learn vicariously when you've never experienced it. It's the cheapest form of learning, I always say, vicarious learning. Better than wait for something to happen you learn through experience, because dental health can be, if you mess it up, it can be painful, expensive, it can be really troublesome. Trust me, I've seen so many people, their lives have been derailed just by having poor dental maintenance. So moving on from that, a really easy one you could do, not when you have stuff in your water, but when you have just plain water, you could just vigorously rinse your mouth. So let's say you're driving, people say, I don't have time. Do you drive a car? Do you go for a walk? Do you take a shower? If you do, take 1 or 2 minutes. Just take water and rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse as hard as you can. That's a really quick way to not get cavities right there. Easy. And it's free.
Easy.
Very
Perfect.
easy. Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, just rinse.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I'm sure everybody's going to get that water bottle right now too. They'll be at my practice gargling, spitting out their water. So where do if we wanted to buy the bug spray, do we contact you, email you? Do you have a link? Do you have a site we can go to and purchase that here?
You can message on Facebook. You can go on the email. We'll put the links down below. So
we'll put the links in the video below for sure.
yeah, email or Facebook Messenger. That's good for now. Clients get a certain phone number, but we won't do that yet.
No, exactly. Yeah. No, and she Jenny has a whole lifestyle. Genergy, right? Lifestyle,
Right.
So if you want to learn more about that, I'm going to put all her information on here. We'll hope to have her for some more videos, as far as like cooking, things like that, if you're interested in the future. But yeah, all your information will be down below. You can take a look at what she has going on. She takes it passion. I like seeing it because I can tell how much work someone puts into something. I'm sure we all can, and you're 100% with it. So it's something that I want to promote, and I know it's the right thing that these young footballers are going to hear, young, old, whoever's in the platform watching, everybody's going to watch this and just, make some changes, because I'm going to be honest, after I seen you taking, I'm really good with my hygiene and everything, but after I seen you, now I'm at the store, I look at the whole wall of toothpaste and I'm like, I'm there for like an hour trying to pick out an all natural one, something that's just, I'm real weird with it. So just by watching your videos, it made me, improve myself as well too. So I know that it'll help the footballers as well. So.
Definitely. I mix up the toothpaste. I recommend just mixing it up because each one I feel like gives me a little different results, and each one has different chemicals that maybe we want to avoid. So if we mix it up, at least we don't get too much of one chemical or too little of something else. And even toothbrushes, I use like 3 toothbrushes. I'll vary it up.
Nice. Yeah.
Get different parts. You're gonna miss different parts with different toothbrushes. So it's good to mix it up. That's an easy one too.
Yeah, most definitely. So we got the ice cubes, we got the garden. Is there anything? I know you have some more health stuff going on. How much more time we have, Jenny?
We'll do like 2 more minutes. I'll just list. I got a little notes on mint. So mint, just to put the benefits of mint, because you would think I'm endorsed by mint by how much I'm talking about, but it's antimicrobial, it's antifungal. That's very important. People are worried about the viruses and all these things right now. Well, or bacterial infection. If you're worried about a bacterial infection, or let's say you have a systemic infection like a urinary infection or candida, some type of infection, well, you just blend up mint, drink it. There you go. With the digestion we got, with hiccups, you can chew on mint to freshen your breath too. It's a lot healthier than most of these mouthwashes full of chemicals. It can wake you up, as I said. It can deodorize your body. See, I'm known to smell like onions and garlic from a lot of people. I don't care. I'll be clean, but I'll show up somewhere smelling like onions and garlic. If you don't want to smell like onions and garlic, then mint can help deodorize your body from the inside out, because it's not enough to shower. I'll tell you that right now, not to scare you, but maybe I want to scare you a little bit. I know countless people that don't eat fruits and vegetables, and they don't smell so good. And it doesn't matter how much they shower, it comes from the inside out. So it's very important to eat your fruits and vegetables to keep your friends around. Unless your friends don't eat fruits and vegetables either, and then you can't smell each other. So
And then
that
we're gonna have them join this, and they're gonna just listen to Jenny and get on that same frequency. And they're gonna start growing mint and just yeah, enjoy all the benefits of that mint for sure.
it's awakening. A few more things on mint. It's cooling. So I get cold. I get cold easily. Some people run hot. Some people run cold. If you run hot, drinking mint, watermelon, cucumber, they're cooling to the body. In Ayurveda, there's cooling foods, there's heating foods. Mint is very obviously a cooling food. It actually will cool you off. So if you feel cold, maybe you don't have mint.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Like I used to live in DC. So DC is like Florida. I would have tons of mint and watermelon cucumber. When I started doing this, after I learned it, I could handle the summers. But when I was eating more meats and breads, I was overheating and I was irritable. And it really is important in the summer. A few more anti-inflammatory. Inflammation is directly related and correlated to depression, to mood disorders. So if you have any inflammation going on, chances are your moods might not be ideal. You might even be diagnosed with depression. So mint is an anti-inflammatory. The best way to control your inflammation is with every meal. So that's a whole nother topic right there on the types of meals. So it's not enough to just take a supplement, but it can help. It might even kill cancer cells, supposedly by cutting off the blood supply to cancer cells. Maybe I can't vouch on that one. It's a bug deterrent. If you put some oil on, it's a bug spray. You'll smell minty. It'll keep some bugs sprays away. Also, some people put mint oil with like a paper towel, or they'll just spray mint oil in the corners of their house to keep bugs away. I don't do it. Maybe I should. And the final, it can keep pests away in your garden if you're growing mint. I hear that rodents don't like that. I don't know. I don't see rodents in my garden, just lots of bunnies. And yeah, that's it. That's it for now. Lots and lots of mint. I don't invest in mint. Maybe I should, but I love it.
Yeah, and everybody's gonna start growing mint. So that's our meeting. Jenny, thank you for coming on and having an interview with us and teaching our footballers and just helping me guide them on the right path on their football journey, their soccer journey. And parents will be watching this, kids will be watching this, and I hope we just all help each other improve every day. Something new, add something new. Even if you're the healthiest person, but you haven't had mint, throw some mint in your life.
And also, some people are allergic to mint. So always keep in mind that what's going to work for some people might ruin another person. So
Exactly.
we're all individuals. We're all different.
So in case if you want to know too, we're going to have her information, Jenny. Reach out to Jenny and get her program too and get on that Genergy lifestyle.
Yep.
Definitely.
Thanks for having me. Good stuff.